So social media and platforms like this one have been instrumental for so many people in their own journeys of self-discovery and their own ability to share their story and have other people share their stories with them, including myself, and to be able to provide information and knowledge and viewpoints of a wide variety of different things. I've learned so much on these apps that maybe I wouldn't have learned otherwise. And with all the value that these apps provide, there is also the danger of creating parasocial relationships and developing limerence with certain people on different apps, whether it's, educators and influencers like myself, actual celebrities like pro wrestlers, musicians, etc., and other sorts of apps like that as well. And many people feel very comfortable developing these parasocial relationships because oftentimes, especially in the neurodivergent community, we have a bit of difficulty establishing real-life physical connections with other people. So we develop these sort of like half relationships with people that maybe we don't even know. These are the parasocial relationships where we feel very deeply connected to them. We can even develop certain types of obsession. That's where the limerence comes in. That's the unhealthy fixation of a romantic nature. And while many content creators are very good at setting boundaries and going, hey man, I don't know you, we don't know each other, I don't owe you anything, there are many of these creators out there, especially when we look at people that are in the music community, specifically, actually you see it a lot with the K-pop community, as well as like pro wrestlers, and of course like those with the fee-for-service platforms like OnlyFans, where they will, provide services. And as long as these services are requested, it's not a big deal. But it's when they start to kind of reach out and prey on the emotional side of people's sensibilities in order to gain extra money. Fee-for-service is not a problem. I have no issue with that. Don't get me wrong. I am not shaming sex work. Sex work is work. It's when those platforms reach out and go, hey, I need help with my rent, or things like that, when obviously they probably don't. That's what I'm referring to with the OnlyFans stuff. And of course, with things like these musicians, especially the K-pop musicians and some of the pro wrestlers, well, they'll offer like one-on-ones for a certain fee. And usually these fees are kind of pricey, like anywhere from $30 to $400, depending on what I've seen. But because of the parasocial draw and the limerence associated with that, where we kind of develop a deep fixation on these people, we will pay whatever. And oftentimes these can be very manipulative. These can be very predatory, especially for people that are feeling very, very alone in their real world. They feel these connections with these very, very famous people, and they feel like that creates a connection for themselves, and in some ways allows them to feel more than where they are at in their own life. So it is something to be aware of, and it is something that is very, very prevalent in the ADHD and autism community, especially for those of us that tend not to do a whole lot of analog life. We like to live life behind a screen because it's safer, it's more comfortable, we're able to control the flow, and we're able to kind of be the person that we want to portray as opposed to the person that we become when we get anxious in social situations. And while some of these connections are incredibly helpful and healthy, like some of the connections that we form on like platforms like Discord, where we create community, or platforms like TikTok, where we talk to each other and we like share stories and we share abilities and we share tools to help each other. Those are helpful and healthy, but then the relationships can get unhealthy. So that's kind of my 2 cents on this. I'm talking about this today because I've seen this a few times with my own clients, and if it happens in my practice, it's happened in the regular world too.